One of the things I always look forward to after fishing season is over is getting out there in the fields and chasing Canada geese. I've been chasing them for over 30 years, and I'm here to tell you, it never gets old. And this year is a little special to me because I bought a new decoy trailer. I spent a considerable amount of time over the summer setting it up, and I'm just going to do a walk around, show you what I've done to it, how I've got everything laid out. My last trailer was a 12x6. This one is a 14x7 with a V-nose, and I'm going to tell you, it feels like I've got twice the trailer I did have. Physically, that's not 100% true, but the way this trailer is built, that kind of is. This trailer is aluminum, all the wiring is internal, and it came with a 7-pin plug. And I'll get into why that's important to me in a second. My trailer is broke down into 2 halves. I've got a partition wall mounted on each rack so I can move it back and forth as I need to as my spread grows, or if I'm hauling more equipment or whatever. Up front, I don't just have decoys. My batteries are also up here. The spare tire is up here right by the door, so it's easy to get at. I've got a little shelf system that I built right here at the door so that odds and end things are easy to get at. Wheel chocks, batteries for my flapping goose decoys, trash bag, a little bag full of gun lube, sprays, and gun parts for my gun, of course. I mean, it's my trailer. I might as well keep stuff for my gun in there. And a couple of tow straps in case, heaven forbid, you do get stuck. This trailer also has its own charging system. I can plug into a 110 outlet, and I have an inlet right here in the side of the trailer. And then where it comes through, I also made a junction with an outlet so that I can plug in battery chargers for flapping goose decoys, roboducks, or even have a couple of fans plugged in, provided I'm plugged in. If you're not plugged in, however, you are going to want to unplug those flapping goose decoys or your roboducks, because if you leave it plugged in without power going to it, it actually discharges the battery. So this is not a pro tip, this is just something I learned the hard way. In the back half of this trailer is where things get a little busy. I carry 3 fronts and 3 backs at minimum of the panel blind. Now, as I've opened this trailer up, you might notice that the walls are white and the floors are black. That continues all throughout the trailer, and in my last trailer, I did paint the floor black, and I really liked it. I was very happy with how that held, but it made everything really dark in that trailer, so I decided to paint the walls white, and this was not an easy decision for me because, truth be told, I hate painting. I mean, I really don't like it. So this bed liner that I've got here, I bought it from Harbor Freight. It's very inexpensive, and it lasted a few years with my last trailer, so I have high expectations of this right here. I've made a shelf that does fit on this E-track, and like the partition wall, I can move it back and forth or completely take it out, depending on what I'm doing. It's for the high wind stabilizers of the panel blind, just keeps everything up out of the way. Got my dog blind back here, so Leonard is good and covered, because I'm a huge believer that every dog should have their own blind. That's for safety purposes, marking purposes. They see better, so they're more comfortable, and if you have them in the blind, sometimes they'll just take off towards the other end trying to see what's going on, and they'll knock a gun over and you're going to have an accident. So keep the dog in a blind. Up on the side here, I've got these huge hooks. This allows me to accommodate the flip tops. Then I've got this little bag with ratchet straps, extra odds and ends. I got some tool holders right here that I made. I've got shovels, rakes, whatever you need to gather material, magnet for picking up shells, a broom. We all know what the broom is made for. In this bucket, I've got odds and end things, like this throw string that I made for floaters. Sometimes we throw them just a little too far out, can't quite reach them with the decoy pole. I've got this hedge trimmer right here. This is valuable for gathering material when I'm out in the field. In this toolbox right here is all the stakes, the hammers, little odds and end things for doing up the panel blind, for staking down the panel blind, or when I stake it in place. The interior lighting, I did away with the lights that were in the middle and hooked up lights on the side, just so that everything will be well lit and I'm not going to risk damaging the lights when I move my partition wall around. One other little cool thing that we have right here, we had these stakes made many years ago. This is for when we're not even using a panel blind. It's when we're hunting in standing corn or in a ditch or whatever. The gun is stood up nice and safe. Just a nice little fun thing. Lighting for this trailer, I am running 4 LED lights, 2 light bars, and 2 pods that are on 3 switches. The pods, I can rotate them around so I can light up the back, or I can roll it to the front in case my spread continues onto the side of the trailer. And I kind of lied, there is not actually 3 switches, there is technically a 4th one, because this backlighting is not just controlled by this switch in the middle. I've got a relay up here, and this allows me to turn the lights on when I put the trailer in reverse. I've got a long driveway, or you've got farm roads, or use your imagination for the situation, but I'm going to tell you, you put in reverse, it is nice to be able to see behind that trailer. One last little thing that I could tell you, no matter how you got your trailer set up and you choose to trick it out, is get this E-track, because you can see I utilize it a lot right here. Not just for my partition wall, keeping my blinds mounted up to the side, my shelf for the high wind stabilizers, the flip tops, the bag, and a couple of other things up in the front. So there you have it. This is what I've done to this trailer to make it my ultimate trailer build. Good luck to you in the upcoming season. If you have any questions or comments, like for example how I did this relay up, or if you do anything different, feel free to leave a comment. Be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the upcoming season.